Spiral Squadron here. We're taking a look at Witchdoctor in this video, level 10 Witchdoctor, more specifically for 4v4s. This is the gear I recommend. You want this right here, the hat that gives gunnery. Um, Honestly, as far as gear pieces goes, I usually refer to them as powers. Baron Summity's hat, whatever that means to me, don't really care. A lot of the gear, like the hats, the coats, and the boots, they drop from Warlock group chests. So anything that drops level 5 gear, you farm it in a group of 4, and you'll eventually get this over here. Now, if you quest in a group of 4, a lot of the stuff will drop automatically, and you don't have to farm for it. This particular piece of gear, super common, okay? Gunnery is great to have. The ruse outfit is what I have as well. And then for the boots, anything that's level 0, you want that because I think that's the only place you can get an extra ghost whale. The other options are like to get a mojo strike or a mini fort. So that's not particularly good. So farm something that's lower level or fight something that's lower level to get these boots. Farm in a group of 4. That's what I recommend doing. As far as pets go, you want this pet right here, the one that gives tough. It doesn't matter what body it is, as long as it gives tough. Just going to go ahead and really quickly show you why. So he has 323 health. If I take the pet off, my character only has 273, so that's about 100 health. Super significant. So let me go ahead and equip that again. Now, weapon-wise, you want to farm the Fool's Wand for Witchdoctor. It's really the best weapon in the game at this level for the most part. It's got 6 range. There's not a whole lot of weapons, period, that give 6 range. This one's level 10. It gives 50 weapon power. And honestly, like that's better than a lot of melee weapons as far as its weapon power goes. This is pretty darn good. Okay. What this allows you to do is if you have like a Mojo Strike or something like that, it allows you to hit with the Mojo Strike more easily. Now, boot-wise, I wanted to show you something because I got a Mojo Strike boot. It does 53 like damage, and look, if you look at the range on it, you can do like 7. You can hit basically 7 range away. But that's actually 8 because that does not count the edge of the AoE attack. But if you look at gunnery right here, it does 55 power. So the early versions of the big guns and Mojo storms, funny enough, the gunneries, or I should say the gunnery, like the lower levels of those, the privateer versions of the AoEs, they are actually stronger, which is kind of funny. Anyhow, I don't stress getting. I prefer to get the Ghost Whale as opposed to the Mojo Strike boots for that reason. Because if I'm going to do AoEs on this character, I prefer to use the privateer version of it. Anyhow, we talked a little bit about the weapon. What do I talk about next? Oh yes, the eye patch. The eye patch. Now this eye patch right here is the eye patch I like. It gives you 13 extra health. It's decent, y'all. It's not like a break or make type of thing. If you have some extra crowns, you can go ahead and spend them on the tribal crew pack, and you can try to get yourself an eye patch. And this is probably one of the best eye patches you can get for level 10 right here. These right here, these are also fairly easy to get. Now, there are like 3 groups of quests. They're usually called the Blood Shoal quests or the Rat quests, depending on who you ask. The main thing you want to get on these are Ghost Whales. Honestly, the other thing, the Mojo Mastery and the Critical Mastery, don't really mean much. The Critical Mastery basically gives you 1 extra chance to critical. 1% increased chance to critical, and the Mojo Mastery gives you like 2% extra Mojo power. So, I mean, extra 1 or 2 damage maybe on a Ghost Whale. It's not huge. So you can honestly do like the Will Mastery or the Agility Mastery or the Strength Mastery or the Weapon Mastery. It honestly does not matter. Okay? If you got the Weapon Mastery, it would give like 1 extra weapon power. So it's not really significant. Anyhow, I guess I should go ahead and show you my powers, what I recommend training. I recommend training into the privateer school for the most part, getting you a ruse and a gunnery. Those are the best things you can really train in this level. Companion wise, this is how I recommend setting up your companions. Your Bonnie Ann should have the two epic powers, Burst Fire and Overwatch, and the two talents right here, Rough and Tough. Rough and Tough, pretty much the pretty much what you put on every companion at this level. Um, her Scatter Blast is great ability. This right here, infinite range, 25% health. It's phenomenal power. Now, Bunny at this level only has 4 range. These companions are the two that I usually use at low level. Once again, Witchdoctor companions suck, but it's not as obvious at level 10. Having an extra will buff that you don't have to use yourself is absolutely phenomenal. And then, of course, um, you got Morma over here who has Mojo Strike, so it's all right. That's what I usually use. I got these two companions right here. They're okay. This one I got lucky when I was looking for the eye patch. I accidentally got a companion, but at like level 10, he's honestly not that great. And that's Witch Doctor. That's all I got.